shit, I'm spilling.
Okay, we're gonna switch cameras though, right? So let's do half. Let's do half this way and then half the other way. Okay, we're gonna switch at half.
Welcome to the Real Nurses of Detroit.
Cameras that way.
This podcast is for
It's this one right
patient
now.
education in a fun, interactive, unfiltered way. I am nurse practitioner
Don't
D,
start.
along with my nurse
We did
and
show
doctor
'em, man.
friends. We're here to answer all of your questions and get rid of all the myths that you see
I
floating
just
around
walked into
social
that.
media. And we want to
Jesus
apply
Christ.
the medical knowledge
Yeah,
to
turn
life.
it.
Turn your own
I ain't
thing
washed
on
my
over there.
hands yet.
Keep
Like-
listening to the Real Nurse of Detroit.
I'm stressed. Hey, 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 hey. Ring my bell, y'all. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about different things. Okay.
You look average at best.
Woo!
You're gonna die alone.
At best.
But wait,
That's the part I get. At best. Like you really ain't even. I'm being nice.
no. Listen,
Jesus
I
Christ.
did reach out to you guys are referencing what? We're referencing Mr. Kevin Sugar in My Tank. I'm sorry, that's not his name. Kevin Samuels from YouTube. There's a video that came out that was uploaded a week ago and it went viral yesterday on World Star, right? So he's supposed to be this self-proclaimed dating coach. I want to know what are the qualifications
Of a dating coach?
of a dating coach. I can't hardly hear
Well,
you.
you know,
Really?
they say those who can't do teach.
Oops. And
Oh,
yeah,
is that right?
speaking of that, that's a great point. This is a 55-year-old black man who's been divorced twice and no children.
So it's nothing that you can tell me about dating.
There's red flags there. When
Mhm.
you're over a certain age, I would say, let's say 30 to 35, you never had a child. I want to know what the hell is wrong with you.
I was actually just having this conversation last night where they were
I'm
because
50-50 on that.
a friend of mine is
Mm.
47.
Mhm.
And he was like, yeah, there's a reason why I'm not married yet, yada yada. And I was like, remember like 50 years ago when they assumed if you were over 30 and not married, you were gay?
Absolutely.
Really?
Well, I wasn't
yeah.
here 50 years ago, but go
So-
ahead.
Well, I mean, neither was
I
I.
would
I'm
know.
just saying.
Oh, okay.
How the fuck do you think I am?
Huh? What? I'm
Huh?
sorry. What?
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
Say what?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. You got to turn my headphones up. I didn't. But the problem with this is this is toxic masculinity at its best. I think he's a bitter. Sis is bitter. Cause sis, if you don't
First of all,
like,
I think he gay.
that's what I'm sis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you don't like women, then just say that.
Just say that. Just
And
say it.
him saying I'm an image consultant. Okay, you're in California. I get it. He likes the size 3s, 5, 7, and whatever, and you have to be at least a size 3. This is your value. He says you have high value based on your size for a black woman or a woman, whatever, mostly black women.
Oh, so my big ass just ain't.
No, you don't have no value,
I'm-
boo. You have to be six. First of all, to have this conversation at this table, you have to be making 6 figures. That's
Okay.
requirement number 1. We're all qualified, right?
Legal. Legal or illegal?
Hey.
Okay. Good question. 6
Like,
figures.
like,
it can't.
Whether
That's
for the
declared
PC
or-
term,
I mean,
is it on paper or not on paper?
well, exactly.
Well, he
on
wants to.
paper.
He wants to know
I
what your
mean, you know.
profession is. He wants to know that you've made 6 figures, not just 6 figures a year, but 6 figures for the last 5 years consecutively
Oh yeah.
as a dating coach. Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
So for the women, you have to be a certain size and a certain weight, right? And if you have children,
Oh, wait a minute.
you can never be a 10,
Excuse
a
me.
0 out of 10. No, at best, you a 700. He told the good young lady, don't say you a 7.
Don't say you can't use 7.
I heard that.
You can't use. But you know what? To be honest,
I agree to a certain extent, and I am a mother.
Okay.
I do agree to a certain extent. The kids,
No.
to a certain extent, I do. I
Oops.
do.
the kids is heavy.
Say what now?
The kid, it's not that it's heavy, but it is an obstacle. It is.
I'm sorry?
It is.
To who?
We have to be realistic.
We have to.
No, we do.
Okay.
We
Okay.
do.
To who? Who is it an obstacle
When
to?
you're dating, you can't always
Come up
go
on the mic.
on dates. You can't always, like go on dates and stuff. Like,
Oh, you right.
you know what I mean? You got to find a babysitter.
Oh no,
Absolutely.
my mama. I'm about to drop TJ y'all.
Yeah, but some people don't have that option.
We're TJ at mama house right now.
And I think it's a lot of men don't want to deal with the drama of the other party involved. So it
Baby
is.
daddies.
Yeah.
Oh, the baby daddy. Oh, damn.
What I mean,
So just like I don't like men with kids.
I'm sorry.
And I have 2
I
children.
kind of want a man with kids. I
because
want
he
him to
won't want
understand.
none. I feel that too.
I want
I
him
see
to
that too.
understand what it feels like to be a parent.
I see
So
that too.
when I don't put you first, understand that because
see
I
that
don't
too.
put you first because my son come first.
But my stance on it is the drama.
I don't want nobody with a baby mama. And if you got a baby mama and y'all still messing around, that'd be the point. They be still messing around with that baby mama.
Not all the
That'd be it.
time.
I don't think that's what he's trying to say.
You think
though.
this is the messiness?
I think no. I think with him, he's putting value on Black women. Period. Look who done walked in the building. We got a male's perspective. That was another thing. He did not want to hear from any men.
Let's that bullshit.
Wait, pause. Let's hear directly from the horse's mouth. Let's play a snippet. Let's do the male portion. I don't want to say that he just directly the men part. We're gonna go and play the male's part because it was short.
You have a big dick? I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy. No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I just said.
Now, why would he ask him that?
I don't know.
He's a dating coach.
Nigga, you know if you got a big dick or not. Stop
Oops.
the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know? I mean, you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You a fat dude.
Oh.
You got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing singles at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month, 20 years old.
Making less than $1,000 a month?
God damn.
Now what she do?
That?
Now what she
It's
work?
a he.
He had to laugh because it's a fucking joke.
Cause I'm like, now what
He hung up on him. That's caller number 1. That was a young man. He was in his 20s. He makes $1,000 a month. He's 5'10", about 300
pounds. What the fuck you want? Because you making $1,000. What could
nothing?
What you want?
Not a thing.
What you want?
Absolutely nothing. The man is beneath me, and so is his daughter.
Oh man!
Like seriously.
Bobo Lab, y'all. Bobo Lab.
What we doing?
The comedian Bobo Lab is here. I don't think we introduced ourselves.
There's
Right.
nothing that you can do for me with $1,000 a month. I'm sorry.
Can we introduce ourselves?
Damn.
Like,
Can't, a nigga can't put your lottery tickets in or nothing?
Nah.
$1,000?
No.
A month? No.
Remember what you told me about dudes in my DM? You
Right.
know your ex is coming back, and you know he had a big.
Come.
What he say? What did you say? Quit playing.
Girl, quit playing. This ain't even me. This the dick. One time my dick took the car keys and drove over to the other girl's house. I woke up, I couldn't even pee. I was like, what the fuck? Where's my dick? My dick texted me like, I'm gonna be over here until about 6 in the morning.
I see.
You can drive it out. So that's the homosexuals that we always talk about, right? Those are the guys that are
Those homosexuals. Damn it, man.
I call them snuggle bums.
That's a snuggle ball.
That's a
I
good
never
one.
heard
Nigga
that.
get extra nice because they ain't got nowhere to
Yeah.
stay.
Hey, good morning, baby.
Compliments
Good
and
morning.
shit.
Don't
Good
good morning me.
How you
Don't
doing, queen?
don't
See, when people talk, I've never met
Your feet are
anyone like
bronze.
that.
Hey, really?
No,
Just want to
absolutely
wash your
not.
feet
Go on
of
the east side.
bronze.
Go on
You
the
ain't got
east
nowhere
side.
to stay.
You will see them.
all on the east side.
They on
Oh,
the
they
east side.
deep on the east side.
Baby.
Woo,
See,
baby.
but
They
they
raised
vacuum.
on the east side.
They vacuum. They clean up.
Ah,
They do it all. You
Shit.
come home.
not
dishes
raised on the
clean.
east side.
Born and raised from Denver.
Mm.
He said, no, they're not.
Kettering. Blame that shit on my high school. Pershing.
They cook.
Osborne.
My son dad graduated from
The home of the
Pershing.
snuggle bomb.
He ain't like that.
Oh, he
No.
Oh, you know him personally. He ain't like that. He ain't like that.
No.
her baby
How you
That's
know
my
him?
son father.
Oh, he not like that?
No, the hell he not.
How long you been knowing him?
22 years.
What's his grandma name?
Don't do that. Don't
Oh, shit, you don't know.
He been dead for
Help
a
me,
while.
Lord.
He been dead for like a long time.
You don't forget
remember.
his granny.
Ain't my granny. She been dead for for a while.
Hey,
Ain't no
honestly,
grandma.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
you.
So,
I know it's mama.
so let's listen to part 2 when he was giving coaching. I use this word very loosely
Right.
because I'm a coach. Y'all know I'm a coach. She's gonna go ahead and pull it
Are
up.
you a life coach?
I'm not a life
I was
coach.
thinking about doing it.
Ayana, anybody could do it. You go online
Yeah.
and get a certificate. Ayana Fix My Life. You know her real profession is a lawyer.
But seriously speaking, if you don't know a person's grandmother, you really don't know them.
No, I
Really?
agree. Yeah.
That's just my philosophy.
If you don't know their family as a whole,
you don't know the grandma, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all
I
dropping
agree.
nuggets tonight.
No, I agree.
Life coach. Oh,
Let's listen
Dang,
to
you know
this
what?
tape then.
yeah,
You
come on.
got me sitting here thinking. Now I don't know that man grandma.
You know what? You see with a doughboy though. So she can't-
Pershing. She already got a snuggle ball.
not a Persian doughboy. That's not what I'm
Snuggle
talking
ball.
about.
Oh. Oh, you know my
Because
money.
remember I told y'all a medical assistant and
In
a doughboy ain't
You a medical assistant?
No, I'm Aryan.
Oh, I thought so. That's what I said. Wait.
when she was a nurse.
No, I used to be a medical assistant.
No, when she was a nurse.
Ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what
He
they
ain't
want.
lying though.
But
on
you're
that.
still saying, pick me.
Right.
They don't
She'll pick
want
me.
mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
He is
Why is it so what is it?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit.
Oops.
I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick.
Because they want the money.
That's
Exactly.
Come on,
It's
let's
a
hear what
money
he said.
thing.
What'd he say?
No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So
Not
can you see
no.
me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Damn, you been jumping well.
And how tall are you?
5'5".
That's kind of
Dress
low
size.
for a self-rating.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Your
Yeah, it
dress
is.
size.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Okay.
get into it.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
She rated herself that.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
High earning
So,
ratings.
Did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest.
Take it in.
Water.
You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women.
Oops.
Off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a
Talking
man
about LeBron
earning the
James.
kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
Damn.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Like,
Say what?
Say what?
You didn't get it.
Oh.
I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice,
You
but
sure
you're
ain't
not
listening?
taking it.
You ain't listening, man.
Advice is, ma'am,
She not
ma'am,
getting it. She not getting it.
you're average looking at best.
at best.
I'm taking it in, but
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. It gets worse every time I say something. Now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men.
He right though.
Oh my God.
He really not lying about some of it.
Sketchy baby.
He's not though.
It's just his deliverance.
I don't want to have to
It's
go
the
there.
deliverance.
How he know her baby daddy?
Why baby daddy like,
What for the people though? What did he say? What did he say?
Why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about
You know what?
All right.
He out of line.
Oh shit.
He,
All right.
So
He
you
had
gonna die
enough time.
alone. He
And he hung up on her. He's like, get the F off my phone. I'm
Right.
sick of y'all women. Y'all broads. We're broads. Sick of y'all bras that make 6 figures. Get the F off my phone. And you only been making 6 figures for 3 years.
Broads. That's old school. Broads.
Broads.
That's
All,
like
everybody on his YouTube channel, they
70s.
they always call. Well, he's 55.
That's not a 70s thing.
Oh.
Broad, see? Man, you gotta talk like this if you're gonna say broads, dames, scams, man.
what
shit.
year was
The old
that?
20s and 30s. Man.
Oh, that's too.
You gotta rub them out, see?
He went back to
Man.
when motherfuckers used to fight like this.
Right. Gotta put them up, see? Man. I could have muscles. I could have just inhaled real deep. Man.
What is that? The Three Stooges?
Some James Cagney.
That's some Three Stooges type.
Come here,
A
fam.
joke. A
That's-
joke.
No, that was like legit the old 20s, 30s, 40s movies.
Oh, to call somebody a broad. A broad.
Yeah.
I'm sick that he just told her like you gonna
I
die
don't know
alone.
what
Alone.
Wow.
The first part I will say is most women do feel like they stand out. They're the exception to the rule. I have to agree with some things he say. And I am I listen to some of the women on Facebook. Some of the women that I know are of a lower caliber of woman.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
No, I'm just
Why?
being
But
realistic.
but
I'm
tell
being
me-
real because they're just not
Ooh,
what they
damn.
think they are.
Shit.
Damn.
Like
But
But when you
Shots fired.
but
you
yeah.
not though.
Bang
Like,
bang.
But
Shots fired.
I have to say this: when you say you agree with some of the things he say, name one of those things that you agree with
yeah,
that he
good
said.
question.
I just said one.
Which one?
The one about women. Most women think they are the exception to the rule. They think they're different. They think they are better than the next one, and they think they're unreplaceable. Most people are replaceable. Not all.
I mean,
Most are though.
I mean, you know,
However,
you're supposed to feel good about yourself.
oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
But some
And be
people
confident.
some people overdo it.
But
though.
she fucked up when she said she was a 5. Damn.
So she ain't
You-
got that
you
much
got low
confidence.
self-
Yeah, she
yeah,
do.
you
That's
got
what
low
I said.
self-esteem
That's
off the
a
bat.
low self-rating for
She
herself.
said she feel like she a 5, but she feel like a 6 with all the makeup and
And
fake
if you ain't
eyelashes.
a 6, well, maybe you might as well not wear that.
the
Okay.
fake booty.
Fuck that. I'm a 10, baby.
Period.
I don't
'Cause
care
if you
what
don't
he
love
said.
yourself, nobody else
Nobody
will.
else will.
You think you
Absolutely.
fine.
But you know,
Absolutely.
first you're supposed to seek the kingdom. You don't put money before God. That's basically what
That's-
this
yes,
conversation
absolutely.
is about. Because
Mhm.
when you put money before God, all the stuff is off balance. So you know, without communication, what do you really have?
But I think also on both sides, I can see both sides. I
Me
think his
too.
delivery was horrible.
Right.
I don't
thought
don't
the
have
delivery.
respect for him. He lost my respect.
She should have been like, I'm not that kind of a female,
But then
sir.
it's also too, do you spoon
You know what I'm
feed
saying? It's
somebody
like-
or you just give it to them? It's you. Look,
Some
depends
people
on how you
take
look at
it.
it.
Okay, but here's my
You
thing.
know,
With
She
his-
she could not defend herself.
Yeah,
Right.
But here's the thing. You called it to his show.
yeah.
I will say that. He has a track record. If you go on his YouTube, this is not new.
That's what I'm saying.
This actual show was last week. He has she's pretty, but she got 2 kids. This woman who graduated PhD and she had twin girls on her hips, and she's like, oh no, she thinks she a 10. He degrades Black women over, especially educated ones. Now I do see valid points in what he's saying. The delivery was fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'll say
I
this.
see no valid points in what he said.
So why
wait.
you
And I'm gonna tell you why when
But let me
when the boss
finish.
lady gets through.
So, like, as a coach, you call yourself a dating coach, correct? I was on a college team. I coach high school teams, and I we've all ran and been on some type of team, right? So you know a good coach from a bad coach.
Mhm.
I think that he's misleading. I don't care. You don't just go out there and just cuss everybody out.
He's obviously there for views, first of all.
Yeah.
Clout
Right.
chasing.
Second of all, if you don't have enough confidence in yourself to stand up
Anybody
for yourself,
bring you down.
then I got a problem for you about you anyway. You can't even stand up for yourself.
He's
Right.
misrepresenting. Okay, so a lot of people on these social medias will call themselves influencers.
Right.
That's a red flag. Like multi-level marketing. Some people get rich, but they sell a lifestyle,
but
right?
here's the thing about entertaining, marketing, and entertaining. Those two are probably working together, as far as we know.
But he's a scam artist to me.
She could be with him. They can be a team.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? She's not necessarily against him. They probably working together. That might be his auntie or something. We don't know.
We don't. And that's a great point.
With today's social media.
And that's why I had to take a step back and look at what else is he talking about?
He was talking to that other dude about the ding-a-ling. So let's just address the elephant in the room. Homeboy probably gay. Nothing against the gays or nothing. I have absolutely nothing against what you decide to do in your bedroom sexually. But I need to see his woman. Okay. Right. Call him up on the phone.
He doesn't have one. He got one, right? He's single, right?
I saw a picture of him standing there with a purse in the front and all this, 2 thumbs in the pocket, you know, whatever. Whatever you do as a man, that's your business. But
yes,
he had
a Louis Vuitton
or whatever he doing. That's his business. But I'm just saying though, you know.
Yeah, it was a fanny pack. So his sexuality is questioned.
I'm definitely
questionable. So with that being said,
yeah,
consider the source, right? So there's and we have talked about this all day. I had 150 comments on my page regarding the fanny pack and how he looked, and I put all the points that he said. Listen, you cannot even come in these comments. I'm going to say it just like he said it. Don't come and discuss this unless you make it 6 figures or more.
Oh,
that's what he said to begin with, to open the show, right? Including women, men. But then he goes and says, if you are a high quality woman, air quotes, we don't care, a 6-figure man that you're trying to attract, don't care about your little money.
That's a fact.
It is a fact.
That's a fact.
But how is it that I need 6 figures to sit at the table? That's a contradiction.
Because I want somebody that can match me as a man.
A woman does. A woman.
Yeah, but a man too. It look good on paper. It's on paper. It look good on paper.
That's what I asked. I said, it gotta be on paper. It look good on paper,
but that's where you go to why the
doctors
marry the nurses.
But
they really don't want their equal.
But all of that,
not really. They don't.
All of that end up being fake when it's not a real attraction. Like a lie has a short life. Okay, so if we get to talking and we start dating, is it really about you making $50,000 more than me, or is it about me always trying as a man? Just because I don't make as much as you don't mean I'm not your equal. But without communication, you're building a foundation on a lie, which ain't gonna last anyway. It's gonna be a divorce. It's gonna be some kind of bitter breakup. It's not gonna be worth it without communication.
And that's the thing. We have to go back. Dating. That's it. This ain't about marriage.
Right.
This ain't about staying married, because obviously he can't tell us shit about staying married, right?
You have to find out a lot of things about a person before you can cohabitate with a person.
Oh,
so you want to learn a lot about your man. Hang out with him for 30 days at his crib and see how he wash up and how he busting them poops out his ass
and why that soap dry.
Is he flushing the toilet when it's
he in the bathroom and the soap dry?
Can he cook? What are his talents besides giving you sex? You feel what I'm saying?
How about Serena Williams said she had to teach her husband how to use a washcloth?
What?
So how the fuck was he washing that?
Why would she say that? No, I ain't gonna go with the Caucasian. I got some Caucasian friends that wash up, but I'm just saying.
But that is an aspect of them.
Who says that?
I'm confused.
How could you teach? You got to teach your man how to use a face rag. I'm like,
but why would you tell that?
Get her on the phone. What is she talking about?
No, that ain't right.
Hit him in the back with a tennis racket.
That ain't right.
What do you mean? You got to teach him how to use the face rag. You got a baby by this
man.
Not
a face rag. Just in the
a rag.
Inside of the shower.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
He never.
So how was he?
She like this. He washes ass, then he washes face with the same rag. Washes ass.
You know what?
Now his face smell like ass.
No,
that's all she's saying.
No,
he got ass face.
No, they didn't use. They didn't.
So what was he using then?
Maybe a poofy.
A loofah?
A loofah.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. You ain't washing your ass no loofah.
She should have soaped up that tennis racket.
And she probably had to lather
hit
it up
him in the back of the head.
She probably, they probably did some freak nasty shit and then she got him in the
that's wild.
And then can you imagine being married to somebody you walk in there and they washing their ass with the bar soap?
So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that You mean to tell me that the market is so bad?
Huh?
Serena Williams had to go over to the Romanian side of the game.
Is he Romanian?
Must be not
Italian.
just no motherfucking time.
I don't know what he is.
He looked like that dude on Scarface that they found what was under the car, Tony. My friends got security up the ass, Tony. They found what was under the
I can't
car,
do this with
Tony.
you.
There'll be no next time.
Okay, can
Tony.
we review what happened last week?
I'm sick that
Don't laugh.
that he
Don't
don't like
laugh.
go time.
Can we?
He don't know how to wash
Can we-
up.
That wasn't last week,
Fucking
was
40
it?
years
Yes,
old,
it
don't know how to
was.
wash up.
Can we talk about the cussing pastor? I'm
Oh,
still
man.
a little
Ice
traumatized.
cream. I was at ice cream. I literally screamed.
He
And
was so
I was in
disrespectful.
tears.
She was
Fuck
in
him.
tears at work,
Like,
and she said
everybody
this was the
listened to
best
it.
episode she's ever seen.
it was so funny.
She had her attending watching it, and they
He's
were laughing.
Screaming. He's hey guys.
He's
we
like, "What the
cracking up."
hell is y'all laughing at?"
Yeah.
They
It
was
was so
watching
funny.
the cussing pastor
Oh my god.
on our show.
He is, yeah.
He out of
something
line. It's-
different.
That was the
not
most
mine with a
ignorant
different.
shit I ever been a part of. I was so speechless and
Right.
like I was traumatized. And if it wasn't for Dave was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna help her. Cause I was just like a deer in headlights, like stage fright.
Right.
You've had stage, you perform on big stages.
Yeah, all the
You been
time.
to
All the
Apollo?
time.
You've been at big
There's
stage.
not a more lonely feeling.
I was like, what the? I wasn't ready.
I'm
He was like, oh
so
yeah, you wasn't ready. He tried to
lonely.
come for me.
I have
Yeah, it was crazy.
nobody.
And that was the problem. And then he walked
Yeah.
in, Bubba walked in and saved the day, was like, with a Superman, you had the Superman mask on.
Yeah.
That went
yeah.
bad quick.
Very.
He
But
was
we
so.
were-
But
Shit,
me,
Bubba-
me, me,
Baby,
me, me being the
he
He
came and
said
saved
he was about to have to roast that sweater when he came back on that
better
camera.
get your
Now
Mr.
that-
Bookman sweater ass. You better get your
Bobo.
picnic
He said, "Why
table
you ain't
sweater
just
having
fuck
ass.
y'all?"
Better get your
Baby.
I can smell your breath through the podcast ass off here. He tried to go in on my girl. The alpha male in me came out like, man, shut your punk ass up with that shit. Don't talk to her like that.
But it was some funny
These men
moments
don't
though.
have respect for women these days.
They
for
don't.
some
They really
reason.
don't.
Yeah.
This the
You know
only
why though?
time-
You know why?
Why?
You know why?
'Cause
Why?
Because y'all women give men a hard time about their finances and shit, and then when they finally get on, like take Dennis Rodman for instance.
I'm sorry.
Nobody want Dennis Rodman, right? Dennis Rodman got rich on the Pistons.
Are you
Now all
serious?
of a sudden, Dennis Rodman got
Are
hard.
you
But
serious?
when Dennis Rodman was,
he
I
like
don't think
men.
that's
When
why
he was
men
broke and
don't
ugly,
respect women though.
He's
I'm
still-
just
I thought
saying.
he
He ain't never been cute.
I'm not speaking on his
Can we
looks.
start there?
I'm not speaking on his looks.
I don't give a damn how much
thought-
money.
wait,
You
I
ain't never
thought-
attractive to me. If you wasn't attractive broke, you ain't attractive with money. See, a lot of the problem
Nah,
is
I don't know about that.
No,
dude.
money
This
can
how
change
men
I'm
you
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry.
This
Some
how-
people ain't ugly, they broke.
Okay.
No, but this how men be
Jay-Z
feeling.
broke.
Jay-Z
Jay-Z.
ugly. It's
That
fine.
make a
Jay-Z?
difference.
He's still
Jay-Z.
ugly. He
He a
cute?
man
He-
too.
who,
though, so
Jay-Z?
yeah, he a man.
No.
He
Say-
ugly, but he
Would you suck his dick? She suck Jay-Z dick. Yeah, nah. Beyonce gonna beat your ass.
what they say?
Beyonce gonna beat your ass. Slam your ass by that weave in the corner, some motherfucker wear.
You a groupie, dog. I didn't know you was. Yes, I did. I knew she was that. She's a Gemini. So,
Jay-Z
you know,
is
I
different.
forgot.
You probably don't gotta suck Jay-Z dick. Just suck his nose. It look like a dick
Oh
too.
God, he looked like a penis to me. His
He-
whole face.
no,
Yeah,
looked
you
like a
attracted to
penis.
that nigga.
He's a camel.
Don't give a fuck
Mr.
what he
Camel.
is.
No.
Remember the camel on the
On
cigarettes?
the smokers.
Do your thing, Jay-Z. Fuck all that.
What cigarettes is them?
You get these hoes
Camels.
$1,000. They're gonna fuck your friends. Give them $1,000.
He gotta
Give him
give 'em nothing. They
1,000,
gonna do it just to
Jay-Z.
be
They
in
gonna
his
do it.
presence.
Exactly.
Just to be
Jay-Z
in his
running
presence.
shit out
But you
there.
know what? I think
What up, Jay-Z?
he he gave Beyonce a new confidence, I think. Because even when he was cheating on their little tour on
Did
the
he
run,
get her the
Right.
confidence, or did she get him the
I
confidence?
mean,
I
she
don't
had
know.
to. Sometimes somebody got to break your
They
heart
doing
sometimes.
something right. They got 3 kids.
That don't mean you
That's
doing
a
nothing right.
business
Right.
deal.
Somebody ain't got no
Don't mean you
condom.
doing nothing right now.
What?
Speaking of
Oh,
condoms,
shit.
I'm
30 seconds
glad
make
you
one of
said
them.
that.
But no, it's like this
I'm
though.
glad you said something about condoms because I wanted to talk about
Oh.
the
But it's like
STD
this
rate.
though. Women treat men kind of bad when they on the come up and they got no money.
I'm
So
sorry?
so men feel like this. Men feel like you treat me like I'm shit when I'm broke. I'm gonna treat you like a hoe when I got some money.
That's a fact.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I remember how you treated me when I was flat broke on my knuckles trying to come up. Now I done came up,
See,
you all in
That's
my
why
face.
you don't stay with
When you
people
wouldn't have
while they
had
come
shit
up.
to do with me if I ain't have all this material shit. So men start treating women like hoes. Like, you know.
True.
I've waited several years for
You know,
somebody to come
Back
up. And they
then,
ain't-
didn't want me.
I'm
And
not
now
waiting
I'm
on nobody to
hot.
come
And they
up.
ain't came
Mike
up. And they
Down.
was
Waiting
like,
on that.
Now I'm hot. They all on me.
Mike
Wait your life waiting
Down.
on
See,
the
this
on
is bad.
acrimony ass, acrimony ass
listen,
motherfucker.
and my-
I ain't
somebody
no
told me-
9005.
40 boy, fuck you.
somebody told me I was crazy because
My
I felt
job.
like she was writing acrimony.
I'm
And so
sorry.
he was right, and so he was right, and so was she.
Yeah,
fuck
absolutely.
that.
Both of them was right.
She was right.
No, she wasn't.
Shout out
Be out
to
here.
shout out to all the women that sucked the dick at Bill Eye with a deer watching. With a deer standing there like
What dear?
I'm like, huh?
deer.
On the strip. You gotta
Belial is not like that no more, y'all. It's
You
very
gotta
nice.
be
It's
from
very
you gotta be from
family
Detroit
friendly.
to know what
I
he's
ain't been out
talking
there in so
about.
long.
You
Shout out to all the
it's
women
nice.
that shout out to all the women that they're not gonna go over to dude house, but he thank you on your way. He done took a honey pack looking out the window.
Did y'all see
What's a
that?
honey pack?
Took a honey pack.
Well, you said that
Oh.
about
Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you about honey pack. So you ain't never been at the gas station. You
Bobo,
seen a little pack of
the
honey
camera's that way.
on the
Gas station dick pills. I ain't know y'all done moved the
You
camera.
ain't
I'm
never
thinking,
seen
We're gonna go this way in a minute.
you ain't never seen honey pack,
No.
baby. They got the honey packs at the gas. Go to the gas. Go to that one right there on Mac and 75.
Oh,
They-
what?
Mac and 75.
I don't know what it is.
right here.
they got the Mighty Thor dick pills.
The
It
what?
come with the Uru hammer.
It's like
Mighty
it's like
Thor.
it's like
It's like Viagra
Oh,
in a honey
okay.
pack.
Yeah.
Girl, you know, I
tastes
see
like
the picture.
honey.
Did
It
y'all
looks
see that
like
picture on
honey.
Facebook when they had the honey on the
Our
ham?
first show when Bubble came on here, we were talking about gas station. Rhino, honey packs. She's like, oh, I got me a honey pack tonight.
Look at all this shit I got on. I feel
So
like
do it work?
I feel like
Yes.
Optimus Prime with all this shit on.
Yes,
It's from like Iraq, and it has for
How
real.
much is it?
I'm
I'm curious.
I don't know.
Ask your boyfriend. He know.
No, it's at the gas station.
He might know.
It might. I don't think it's that expensive. It's like buying a Viagra. You know, Viagra goes like $15
Mm-hmm.
a pill, so it couldn't be more than $15.
Hilarious.
Hey, I don't like all that because after 10,
It look
15
like
minutes,
this.
I'm through.
You see
Wait,
that?
I'm an
Wait,
older
what'd you say?
lady.
What'd you say?
She said she
That's
an older
what
I'm
lady.
an older lady.
What'd you say?
This
about
what it
that?
look like.
Older
You ain't
lady.
seen that?
I think I have.
You
seen
you
that.
seen
Her
it. I
pussy
know
got
you
a
seen it.
cage.
Yeah, I'm an older lady. Hey, look.
Her pussy got a
Oh,
walker
no.
with
Shit,
tennis
nah,
balls,
shit, I
green
get
tennis balls
tired
on the
now.
front of it.
What?
Her pussy lips look like a roast beef
Now
sandwich.
wait a minute. I don't know about all that. Nah, shit. I do get tired fast.
Her pussy lips look like a catcher's mitt. Look like a baseball. You can hit her in the pussy with a baseball and it'd be like, strike
I
one.
don't know about that. But
Oh, not you.
oh,
Good, I know.
Look like a bungee cord. No.
yeah, I can't take a whole lot.
This how I want somebody to love me. I want somebody to love me like this.
Oh, what's that?
What the hell
I
is that?
seen that.
I want this.
Put that in the camera. Let me
I
see that.
seen that.
Let me see that.
What is
No,
it?
see that's
I
weirdo
want to
shit.
What is
love
that?
me that much.
No,
love
hell
me
is that?
What is
that
it?
much where you gonna get my vagina
Ew.
molded
No,
and
you
get-
a weirdo.
and wear my
That's the
vagina
one
around
that's
your
gonna
neck.
kill-
Oh,
No, I
that's a
seen
necklace.
that.
I want
She
that.
a Gemini.
That's a necklace.
Love me that much.
A
Wait, let me
vagina
see.
It
necklace.
say I love my
Hilarious.
bitch so much. I
Ew.
put her pussy on my chain.
A gold
I don't-
vagina necklace.
Y'all
I'm
nasty
done.
as hell. Y'all
That was
nasty.
hilarious.
Love
First
me
of
that
all-
much, please.
First of all, average at best.
That's
let's go back to that.
How does she know that's her vagina? Does she got like a mirror right there? Like, let me look.
Like, let me take a picture.
You better take a picture
Let me
of my
tell you
shit and
though,
take-
when I was in nurse practitioner school and we had to practice doing our, PAPs or whatever, these volunteers came in, real live people. We had to check prostates. We had to learn
Right,
before
yeah.
we went into clinical, and they had mirrors. Oh no, to the left. I was like, excuse me, let me do what I got to do. I don't need you with a mirror. She's like, well, you never know if you down there giving a pap, somebody might want a mirror. I was like, I
had a mirror when I had my baby, but not just.
don't know.
I did.
I had C-sections. I don't want to see none of that shit. Just
See,
give me the baby.
But I just feel like only with a C-section you almost get cheated. I do feel like that.
I
A
do.
little
I
bit.
didn't have
I
no.
do.
I didn't.
I
have
used to
no-
date a girl with a
Did you have
C-section.
a
I used to put butter on it. I put I take a stick of butter and fold it back and put it on a C-section. Then I get up in there like, yeah.
Did her
give
kid
that
always leave the
motherfucker.
house through the window?
Give me that.
Didn't sit in front there?
Oh shit.
Like what?
Because that's what it's about sounding like. Okay.
What's going on
I'm
here?
like, I don't
I'm
know.
talking about C-section and fallopian
You
tubes.
had a C-section?
What the hell?
No.
You pushed your baby?
I pushed my baby out. He was 9 pounds, 5 pounds.
Damn.
And I
My son
pushed
was
my
10
baby out.
pounds. Yeah.
Damn.
Pushed him
Did
out.
he
Like,
tear you up?
Yeah, of
yes.
course.
So I had a episiotomy. So
Pussy look like a deep freezer with meat in
that
it,
thing
frozen
snapped
meat
right
in
back
it.
like a rubber band.
Okay,
Baby. That baby
They
snapped
call
right.
this
That boy
snap.
snapped right back.
Okay.
Like ain't nothing happened.
That pussy lips go.
Hey, that boy be like, like ain't nothing happened.
Check my receipts. Check
That's
my
it.
receipts. 'Cause I got
Hey.
receipts for my shit.
Come right
Check
back.
my receipts.
Like ain't nothing happened.
They call you snapback.
Snap
They
back.
call you snapback too.
Pussy lips sound like a motorcycle.
Fuck you, Bobo. Fuck you, Bobo.
Help me, Lord.
Check my receipts. Because I got
Oh
receipts for my
God.
shit.
9 pounds, goddamn.
9 pounds,
Yeah.
I
5
had
pounds.
little babies. Mine were 5 and 6 pounds. So.
Yeah, my son was 10, my daughter was 6. I had big kids, and I pushed them both out. No medicine.
No medicine. Oh shit, no
They
medicine.
played me.
Oh yeah, they be trying to play.
Me. They
But-
played me.
and we
out.
need to
Ooh, you
really
ain't no
talk about that. That's
medicine?
an upcoming
played.
show. We're
No
gonna talk about
medicine.
I had an
women's
epidural.
health.
They played.
So
Yeah.
you got no epidural. When you say no medicine, that
What?
means you just did natural
Right,
childbirth.
yeah.
Like you had your
Yeah.
baby like Seeley from The
Yeah.
Color Purple.
No.
Because if they think you're
It's
advanced,
laying in a
When I
cabin.
wanted to have it, I said no. But then when I was at like 5 centimeters, I'm
Then
like, you
it's
know
too
what?
late.
it's too late.
They play. No, it wasn't. She was
Oh.
like, I'm about to go get anesthesiology.
Uh,
So I'm like, look, I'm a medical student. Go
Oh,
get
no,
it.
you didn't.
Yeah.
You was yelling at the nurse like that.
Yeah.
but when your
They waited too
Oh,
long.
oh,
They
that's
played me.
That's why they did that. 'cause
But
you
when-
medical
They
student.
played
You know
me.
too much.
Yeah,
Right.
they
They
played
said,
me.
she thinks she's
Oh,
she medical student.
okay.
I'm
but when your contractions got close, what did you do?
Scream.
You had no medicine. I mean,
I
what
bet
Oh,
you
I
that
was
baby
in
popped
pain.
out.
Oh, it came out.
that baby came out.
So let's go
Yes.
back to
Dating.
no high value. What's his name? Who? Sis.
I just
What's
wanna
his
know-
name? Who? Sis.
I want to know about dating.
The dating.
I
What's
want to
his
know
name?
y'all opinion on, do you feel like it's okay to date several people?
Yeah, at a
Absolutely.
time.
That's
Yes.
dating. You shouldn't be dating one
Yes.
person unless
So you shouldn't be
Oh.
dating exclusively.
unless you discuss it. If that's on the table,
So
you
y'all
want-
okay with that? Are you okay with that, Bobo?
I mean, you grown. You do what you got to do, but
I
don't
don't think you
keep.
should be
Don't
sleeping
look.
with
No.
everybody, no.
What it is you're grown. You do what you want to do, but don't keep people in the dark that shouldn't be in the dark.
Don't be
you got
lying.
them.
No.
You got
Yeah.
them thinking one thing and it's another.
No.
If you dating a bunch of people, it should be, hey, I'm dating other people. Don't just pop up at my shit. It ain't that kind of party.
So they should know that.
Because
anyway.
I know
Absolutely.
a female
Oh,
just
no.
had a problem with
No,
that.
a lot of people don't know that.
But I know a female who had a problem with that. She gave a dude some one time, then she didn't want to be bothered with him no more. Now he won't give up. He keeps stalking. He keeps
'Cause
coming
he had
over
a
without
little,
calling.
he had a little pee.
Is that what it was?
That's what it is.
Okay, I
It's
wasn't
called
there.
a snapback.
Oh,
They bring
snap.
them back.
Oh,
You can't get it. Every time I try to leave, someone keeps pulling me back.
Be back.
Then
Oh, that's
I
what it
need
is.
you in my life.
Every time I try to go. That's that snapback.
oh, he got a little one. That's the
That's
answer
a
to
little
that
little
one.
pee because if we don't, okay, sometimes a
Well, he
woman.
peeing on his own balls, is what you said. All right, I'm
that
good.
how-
So sometimes this is what happens.
Yeah.
So they'll try you out and be like, well, maybe I was a little drunk and I don't remember. Let me try it one more time. Then the second time, be like, oh hell no, I'm mad. Now you mad. I don't never want. I'm blocking.
That's how women look at it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
all right.
Blocking? Why?
Alright.
because his pee-pee's little.
Well, why don't
I
you
mean,
just?
what if he's a good person though? Is that what we just?
I mean,
going
what
off
did he
of?
just
like a
say?
person.
What did he just say? You're 300 pounds. You're 5'10". You got a little pee-pee. Did he just say that?
Wow, that dude.
What are you bringing to the
So,
table? And you're making
when I
1,000
meet
a
a
month.
guy,
Did
when
he
I
just
meet a
say
guy,
that?
should I say the first thing? You got a big dick.
I mean,
You got a big dick.
you'll find out. But he's
I don't want to waste my time.
he's saying that he has low value because he's only bringing 1,000 a month to the
I don't
table.
care if you what size
That's
your
what he
penis is.
said.
If you got $1,000 a month, I can't do nothing with you. I don't care how big it is. That got shit to do with it. I'm straight. I'm good.
I want to know.
So you say
I want to know what you doing with $1,000 a month.
Starscream.
Good.
Megatron.
Good.
What are you doing with $1,000 a
Bumblebee.
month?
Not a damn thing.
so. Okay, so you're not gonna date anybody that's not making.
I
I-
feel
you know
like
what, we
So
need-
you're on the same page as him.
At
So
this
if
point, we
you're
need
not making
applications.
at least so 50K ain't enough for
I
you.
feel like a transformer with this shit on. Megatron.
And,
Starscream.
and then I want to say this too. It's not what you make, it's how you maintain your money too. It's not all about
Right.
because I know people that make $400,000-500,000, they still living check to check
Absolutely.
because they living outside of their means
Absolutely.
too. So it's not all about that, but
Optimistic.
1,000. That's what 12,000 a year.
$12,000 a year. Could you
Oh, is
imagine?
that what
No,
that
no.
Could you
I
imagine?
just pay $1,000 to Verizon. Like my phone bill.
Her phone bill be $600
My
a
phone
month.
bill
Uh,
$12,000.
So I'm like, what the fuck?
But in your defense, she said you started where? You started as a medical
Yes.
assistant, right?
Yes.
Medical assistants don't make 50K.
No,
Do
of
they?
course not. No.
No.
Nowhere
I
near.
mean,
no.
maybe about 35,000.
No, probably
Uh,
not even that.
I don't
25,
think so.
24.
I don't think so.
But I was
Oh, damn.
18, 19
Well,
years
see?
old making that. You can't
Yeah.
come being a 40-year-old man talking about, well, I'm finding myself. I
So-
make $1,000 a month. Doing what? What do you get, Social Security?
Hell no, not.
No, I
This
think
a-
they get more than that.
Shout out to all the women who
I'm just asking, do we work with that?
shout out to I like to
Where?
give a shout
I
out
think they make more than that at Burger King.
That's what I'm saying. What do he do?
Burger King. What the fuck?
What do he
Uh,
do? For a living.
Megatron. Starscream. Shout out to all the women who be calling dudes king all the time. This your fourth king this year, bitch. What you playing? Spades, bitch? How you doing, king?
That king get kind
Hi,
of creepy
king,
to me
bitch.
too.
Go ahead
Yeah.
on
I
that
don't know.
king
For some reason,
shit.
be like, girl,
Well, you
I don't know why.
What's
It's
my
like,
favorite
I'm the king of clubs, bitch.
Like, come on now.
Megatron.
I don't like that king.
I don't either.
I don't like that.
It
Wait,
be kind of like,
Queen.
And don't
What?
call me queen.
That's the Black Israelites. We're
Hey.
not gonna go there.
Hey, queen.
What?
like where is you
What's my
quiet?
but what's my favorite movie? What is my favorite?
What you playing?
Coming to America.
Spades, bitch?
What's your favorite movie? Coming to America?
That's your favorite movie?
He is beneath me.
Coming to
Keep
America?
saying that.
Where's my son Hakeem?
The
My
man is
son
beneath you,
works.
so how much
Where's
you-
McDowell?
Hey,
Soon to be.
Where's my son?
the boy got his own money.
Get him, Daddy.
Let's just so
I love that movie.
I don't know if it's my favorite
Absolutely.
movie, but
That's
I like
my absolute favorite.
Oh.
Hold on. Hey, when they was on the trip.
No, he told the landlord, I ain't playing for that falling down the step shit, motherfucker.
I want my rent. Like, what's this falling down the steps do? What is that gonna do?
I ain't falling down the step
Right.
shit.
Yeah, I
That is
think
the
I
best
think
movie ever.
I love that movie.
I love
It's
that.
definitely a classic for sure.
It is.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're gonna outdo it as number two.
they
like,
doing another
Where's
one
my
Yeah, part two.
son?
with Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Really?
He's the king.
Yeah, the whole cast.
Yes.
Really?
I think it was supposed to be Kevin Hart was supposed to be the new son.
No, I'm straight on.
I'm
that.
good.
And
I'm
they
good,
had
Kevin.
my girl
Hey, y'all
bark like
killing
a dog.
Kevin. Kevin good.
I'm good on.
Bark like a
He
big
is
dog.
okay as an actor, though. I will say that, but some things just can't be redone too. You mess it up.
Yeah,
you mess it
up when you try to- yeah.
Like, just leave it.
Just leave it
Yeah,
original.
you gotta try though. What the
Listen,
fuck?
when I get married, y'all
Money
all,
on the table. You gotta try.
absolutely. You
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
gonna make money regardless.
Oh,
so, I
yeah.
mean,
you guys are all invited to my wedding when I find a husband. My whole wedding is gonna be Coming to America Part 3.
Oh,
I'm barking coming down the aisle.
You gonna do all that?
I'm doing all of that. I'm wearing the same dress. I'm getting my hair done the
sorry.
same.
Whatever food
Well,
you
I'm
like.
gonna be right there. Like, where's my son Hakeem? My son works. Where's McDowell's?
I need everybody. I need y'all to get together and learn the "Remember the Time" video dance because Michael Jackson actually was reenacting the Coming to America, and so Queens, we a little bit more harsher than Kings because we be like, remember Naomi Campbell? She was the queen, and she was like off with his head. No,
That's
that
your
joker.
fourth king this week, bitch. What you playing, spades?
Wait, what you say
People
about
really be switching up.
what you
names
say
like
about
that?
shuffling
Yeah,
cars?
and then they be having around their kids all the time.
That is so weird.
I don't like that.
That's
Don't
weird.
stop putting every man around your kids.
Who
Don't
likes
do that.
all these?
Don't do that.
I don't even like enough people.
Oh, these
I don't
women out
know.
call. They let their kids call little stepdaddy daddy.
Yeah,
The
daddy.
first day.
Really?
No,
First
Oh.
day.
not the first.
Soon as
day.
he walk in, hey daddy.
No,
Really?
you lying.
But I
about
don't
to
like
go
that.
upstairs
I don't
with
know
your mama.
women like that. So I'll be looking like, is that really? Does this stuff really happen?
But I don't like kids. I don't like women to have they kids around men that they barely even know. You barely even know this
your
man.
kids shouldn't know.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Nah,
it is what it is. To each his own. At the
No,
end of the
Nah,
no,
day.
that's
if you
not
wanna-
really to each his own. That's like,
I mean, you know,
what can you do about it?
when
though?
you 21, you grown, right?
True.
So
When
you
you
got to make
18,
choices.
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Now you said you're gonna find a husband. Where are you gonna look? Where are you gonna find this husband you look
And
for?
like
I
that was
don't go
another
looking
great
for
point that
finding.
Sis said. You want to find these men, and you're not. You don't know these people.
Where
You're
are you
not
gonna go to find these people? Where are you going?
and they don't like you.
It's about a relationship.
They don't. It's not realistic.
It's
Right.
about a relationship.
Cause you right here on what's that on 8 Mile? What's that club on Opium?
Oh yeah.
You on Opium?
You
You,
ain't
you
meet
want a
nothing.
6-figure me?
It's like
Good luck,
it-
baby.
But
Right.
it's like you bring a child into the world and you're not participating in that child's life. It's not about how much money you can give that child. It's
Exactly.
about the memories that you
Mhm.
establish. And what did you do? Did we go to the carnival? Were
right.
you actively participating in my life? So, you want to build a relationship. If a man has a whole lot of money before you get there, nine times out of 10, he already dealt with females on that level or with it. He might not be giving you the respect you deserve because he got all these finances. So he trying to figure out if you a gold digger or whatever it is you are, he need that to come to the light. Like if I'm I already got $700,000. You come to the table with $40. You know what I'm saying?
The 40 boy?
I need to know what kind of a woman you are. Are you here for the right reasons? It comes
Mhm.
down to if a person is in your life for the right reasons.
That's
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
character is big on me for me.
Right.
Like I just think that people don't really get to know people, these days.
But a lot of times people are not genuine.
That
So
part.
who are you getting to know? I don't even know who I'm getting to
Right.
know.
I'm so glad my woman genuine. Thank you, God, for my genuine woman I got.
That
Yes.
got your back. Yes. And then you know what? The biggest thing with relationships I'm speaking from a little bit from experience, especially
Honesty
when you go through something when you're sick,
Mhm.
you'll find out who's really
in your
has your
corner.
back.
Right.
Amen.
and when you lose somebody like a parent.
Okay.
And who is really there during the process of the funeral when your moods are changing, you really trying to figure stuff out and still get up and go to work and do everything you have to do. You'll learn whether that person that's
No,
supposed to have your
you're
back
right,
is
because
really
COVID-
Yeah, match my energy.
When I had COVID,
or have my back.
that right there showed me who was in my corner.
You had
Oh,
COVID?
Christina.
yeah, back in April.
Oh, did you? I didn't know.
We
Yeah, back
all
in
had
April.
COVID.
Yeah, I got real sick.
I did not.
You did.
Bobo,
Did-
tell
you
your story.
sure?
Bobo
I
was
hope not.
You might get
right.
tested for the antibodies. You probably
Right.
didn't already
Man.
have
Wait,
COVID.
she
Ain't
said, you
even
hear
know.
what she just said?
what?
Get tested for the antibodies. How does
Yeah.
that work, Sharnika?
Mhm.
Explain that to me.
Okay, so at work we've been testing our patients, our residents for antibodies. So if it come back that the antibodies was positive, then they had COVID, but
Megatron.
Megatron. And we still do weekly testing on the residents for
Is that a
COVID.
swab still?
Yeah, nasal swab.
Mhm.
But the
Oh.
antibody testing is
Blood-
lab work,
blood
yeah, blood
test.
work.
Mhm.
Now see,
Yeah.
you remember somebody told me
But
that.
antibody testing is not diagnostic of COVID.
Right.
No,
Okay.
it just
It's not.
It just says you had it.
you
infection
had it.
and you had it.
You were
Right.
exposed
Right.
to it.
Okay. That's what he said.
Yes.
That is what he said.
That's clinical.
and your body
Clinically,
developed the antibodies
absolutely.
to fight it off.
Okay.
So you could have been exposed to it, but that does not mean you had
Right.
it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I know
So
what you mean.
us
Yeah.
working in the around COVID patients, we may or may not have a mild version of it and then end up. But here's the thing: which version of coronavirus.
So
Remember,
all
there's
this-
30 versions of coronavirus, right?
So all this COVID and coronavirus come from a bunch of Chinese people frying some bats. Is that what you're telling me?
No, it is a zoonotic infection. So cover your mouth up like you got SARS.
Right.
2004, Kanye West. That was COVID part 1,
Right.
and it came from where did it come from? Paleon
That's where the COVID come from.
part 1.
Okay.
Paleon. They're these animals that are covered in shells, and in China they use the shells for medicinal medicine. So they got this
Right, but
zoonotic infection, which originated from an animal.
but why does it feel like population control?
Really?
Kind of like, you know,
was
let's
the word in the beginning.
Yes, but all pandemics can feel like that because this is no different than the flu, which was H1N1 influenza A, which is nothing to us today. 1918, it lasted for 2 years.
Very different from the flu.
No, I'm not saying that. The last pandemic we had was in 1918. It lasted for 2 years till 1920. It was caused by influenza A, the same flu that we have today. It was H1N1, and it killed as many people that are dying now. The pandemic. I'm not talking about
question
the symptoms.
Are you getting the vaccine?
Absolutely not. No.
my balls swole up.
Right.
Yeah, they got like to the size of basketballs when I
Well,
caught.
wait. Here's the thing. So you have antibodies now, right?
No, I got.
So if he has antibodies, what do we do? What's the whole purpose of us taking a vaccine? To develop what?
I'm
Antibodies.
not taking.
And that's why we were using the people that have cured from it. We were using their plasma and antibodies to cure. That was the thing.
Why would you give anybody at this table who have had antibodies or who've been infected with the virus? Why would you give them a vaccine?
So that was one of the things that you had talked about. You remember you said you wanted to talk about the pastor who said that he wanted the congregation to just come to church and get it over with.
My patient said that to me.
This is not effing chicken pox. This is not send your kids over to the neighbor kid's house that has chicken pox. Kiss my ass.
Right.
2, it's a pangolin. That's the animal you're thinking of.
I'm sorry, pangolin. Yes.
And then 3, the reason is because the vaccine that's coming out, at least the one like Pfizer and Moderna.
Did y'all buy stocks in it?
Absolutely.
So the 2-dose viruses that are coming out, dose 1 gets you to where you would be as if you had it. So that's your natural level of antibodies.
Mm-hmm.
Dose 2 jumps you up to an immunity for, they're saying, up to 2 years. They're predicting a 2-year booster is going to be needed.
But here's the thing. We don't even know how long it lasts when you're infected with it. We don't know how long your antibodies, your natural antibodies are.
There's a whole lot of unknowns with this. And I mean, you know, back to your question, I have not even if I could, which I can't, just because of the timing and the rollout and all that fun stuff. No, I have no interest in taking the first round of vaccines.
This is an airborne virus.
Well, no. So they cut so many damn corners. To get this fast tracked and approved.
And that was our first show. Remember, we had that was the last show.
But how does it reach? How does it reach so many people in every state? Like what?
Because people are still traveling. People are still traveling out of state.
Okay.
I was about to
They
go
haven't
to,
stopped.
Florida.
And the only places that are really strict about travel is New York.
Okay.
CDC will actually look at the tire prints and say, where do you live? And they will make sure that you're at home.
Okay.
When you're infected. They are not playing. And they will call your job.
Oh, dude. So you want to talk about not playing around. So that's why like Taiwan is under control. If you travel to Taiwan, the first thing you must do at the airport is install their contact tracing app on your phone.
You have to.
And you will quarantine. If you leave your hotel room during that quarantine, the police are there within 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
They don't mess around when it comes to contact tracing and that kind of stuff and during the whole quarantine protocol. And that's, you know, that's honestly, that's why we are where we are right now, is because we continually half-ass shit.
Okay. I mean, I think a lot of people can't stay in the house. We just can't.
No, we can.
I think a lot of us, we go stir crazy. A lot of people are working from home.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get out the house. I mean, we don't even want to walk around the block.
You might want to get out the house. You don't need to get out the house.
Right. especially if you're still working.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so
Wait.
There is no more of a social creature than me. None.
But wait a minute.
None.
Pause. I'll give you a different perspective. How about the children that are being abused? How about the woman that her only refuge?
Where are they gonna go?
Like, let's reference Fresh Prince. You guys saw the Fresh Prince reunion.
Mhm.
And we
Little
talked
bit. I
about
didn't see it. I
Aunt
didn't see it.
Viv. Aunt Viv and Will Smith, which I absolutely loved the way he sat down and talked to her to hear her perspective, which I think if more of us did that, we would resolve a lot more conflict.
Mhm.
Now, they hadn't talked in over 30 years, but she said, you basically ruined my career because I didn't laugh at your jokes on set,
Mhm.
but you had no idea that I was being abused. I had a newborn baby and I was blackballed after that show or after that season because you thought you were and he was like, I was 21, but he still let her have
Yeah,
her
he owned
narrative.
it. Yeah.
I love that. But here's my thing. You don't know what nobody's going through at home.
I always
And
say
at
that.
Are we talking
home
about
is
the black Aunt Viv?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. You have
That
to
was my
watch
favorite one.
the reunion.
I didn't like the light skin.
No,
With
and-
that being
no,
said,
and I
with that
get-
what it
I
said,
get
with the
that.
coronavirus, there is collateral damage, and one of those things is abuse. Physical, emotional, mental. People are going through a lot
Yep.
more than you think. We all can't just be home single.
yeah, I mean, when it's
You know
not
what I
happening
mean?
to you, yeah, you don't.
We don't care.
No,
no,
But
and
I work
it's-
in mental health.
It's not don't care and it's not don't know. It's okay. Then find friends, find help, find a solution.
No, it's not that simple. It's not.
It's
It's not.
nothing is simple these
There
days.
will be no
Right.
psych wards if it was that, because at the end of the day, we all trying to survive, right?
Mhm.
So I was just telling my Nicole, and I'm like, listen, my whole unit was exposed. We had to go into a lot. It was an outbreak. We had to figure out where's the source, stop it, move the patients, blah blah blah. So now I'm being tested. I don't know if I have it or not. Now I have to separate myself from my 2 children, and I'm a single mother in a 2-story place. I've done it before. I can figure it out. But then here comes Thanksgiving. Oh, we're all single mothers. Let's all come together. No, don't come over my house.
Mhm.
But they're not hearing that. Oh, but I don't have. They might not have no food, or they might not. They want to come. We will always get together. We'll be fine. It's no big deal.
Cough
No.
one time, I'm whooping your ass. One cough, motherfucker.
You
that's
can't
your.
even cough no more.
Okay.
You can't
But
even
I'm
cough. You can't
saying-
even cough.
That's
I be
sometimes
down up
it's
in that man trying
survival.
to have that cough. I be like,
It's survival. It's survival is what I'm saying. And,
Yeah.
and some people go to other people's house because maybe they've been out of work. They're not eating. They don't have enough food. They have to go to grandma's house to get some food.
Absolutely. But then nobody is saying don't go anywhere, don't do anything. Like there is a very, very small group of people that I associate with. But even that, so like the one place that I was going for the longest time, you've heard me talk about it,
Right.
whiskey, the place in Hamtramck,
Mm.
both bartenders and 4 regulars all pop positive.
Of
Right.
course.
There.
oh, wow.
They're around people.
And
yep.
so that was one of the reasons why I had to go through, I got I had to go through and get tested and, came up negative. Thankfully, life was good. But that's still an issue. Cause I mean, like, especially like bars and restaurants, that's part of the struggle that's going on right now.
Right.
It's a
Yeah, it's
PR
so
problem
messed
more
up.
than it is anything else.
But my thing is who doing the numbers? Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in here. Who's to say one more person couldn't come? Why is it one more person too many?
Mhm.
Who decides like, okay, that's enough or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, you want to know a fun one? So the tent out back qualifies as outdoor seating. The tent right here does not.
Right.
But it's
it's the
no
same thing.
roof.
But it's not apparently, because that tent is in the outdoor courtyard, which is surrounded by the 4 walls of the actual structure.
Oh,
And so it's not
What?
outdoor seating.
Are you serious?
Whatever.
Absolutely.
I think my problem with that is not that I don't agree with the closure. That was closed by the State Department of Health, not Grant, not Whitmore. Let's be clear on that.
Okay.
This is closed by the state. It's not gonna stop the spread.
It's not.
It's not
Everything has to happen
Okay,
collectively.
because
this is why I
You
always come
can't
back
just
to.
do
but
one
why?
thing. You
Okay,
can't just do
I'm
one
gonna
thing.
say why. One of my nurses just got tested for COVID because she's having a procedure. She doesn't have any symptoms or anything like that.
Yeah,
But
I get
you
tested
don't
twice
you
a
don't
week.
have to have symptoms. No, we don't.
Yeah, we test twice. But I'm in a nursing home, so
Okay,
they're
so
making
there-
it.
yeah,
That's
so-
mandated.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So we don't, unless we have symptoms, we don't have to necessarily test like that.
Mm.
But she got her test and she like, well, I do have a little cough
Cough.
you
Yeah.
know, a little cough, but she don't think she have it. Okay, point being is they're telling her to stay away from people for 3 days, just until the
Wow.
results come back.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is you're coming right back on the floor. What if you do got it?
Okay.
Now everybody got it. Now then that's
Let
10
me answer
people.
that.
That's why it's spread. You seen that post on Thanksgiving that said she don't have symptoms. She went to Thanksgiving dinner, no symptoms. Now these 20 people got it. 4 days later, now she got symptoms. Now these 20 people got it. The 20 people they
Timing
wrong.
is
So it's
everything.
not gonna
So-
really
Yeah, no, they
stop
said
it.
your first test should be at least 5 days after a potential exposure.
No,
I don't think it's ever
7
going
to
to leave.
10.
It's not going
7
to
to
leave.
10. Well, here's
Everybody's going to turn into zombies.
We have 9 million
Well,
people in the
Gremlins.
state of Michigan. We have 300,000 people tested positive so far.
so
We have a
here's,
long way to go.
here's my
Yeah.
issue. Here's my issue.
Like seriously.
With
I'm turning now.
Like,
You turn into a gremlin.
But then you
Turn
gotta
to
think
a
about the people
zombie.
who are not getting tested.
right.
Yeah.
You gotta think of the people that are getting tested for reasons of financial reasons that really shouldn't
Travel.
necessarily get tested.
Some people who
because
want to
they're
travel,
just adding to the numbers and they
Absolutely.
really don't have any symptoms, but they may have it.
or they
Not
might
saying
be
you should
working
ignore
at
it.
home.
If you're working at home or if you're not around people and you want to just get tested, maybe to file, get unemployment, get off work. Most employers are paying 10 days. Some don't even require proof.
No,
Mhm.
okay.
So
So
if you
here,
say you all got COVID, they just some people want to have it. That's what
So
I'm
this,
saying.
this, so this,
And
Right.
it's adding to the numbers
so
unnecessarily.
this
is
brings
what I'm
us to
saying.
this. This brings us to this. What could you actually trust?
Nothing. I don't trust anything.
What
Yeah.
could you trust?
Nothing.
Where's the,
well, here's
Nothing.
my other beef is with CDC, especially is that you
Girl,
are
CDC is a
positive.
joke. I'm
It
sorry.
is a joke.
A whole joke.
You're positive, right? You work in a hospital.
And what are they saying? 10
You've
days
been
now? 7 to
exposed.
10
Right.
days now?
So now you get quarantined for 10 days from the first time you have a symptom.
okay?
Okay. So after 10 days, guess what? You got to come back to work. And guess what? You're still positive.
The thing about that
You
is,
are.
and it was crazy because my job was saying the same thing. Like, after 10 days, you can come back depending on what you do in the nursing home. And I thought that was
So
crazy.
I'm still coming back to work COVID positive. Are we wrapping our head around that?
It sounds like some
I'm
kind
still
of.
COVID positive. Like we have gone and retested.
You still COVID positive?
No, not me.
Oh.
My coworkers.
Oh,
They were told to report back to work.
right.
However, legally, there are mandated laws now under the CARES
Right.
Act that you can actually be paid
That's
for
what
up
I'm
to
saying.
2 to 4 weeks.
Sound like some kind
Right.
of population control hustle. I don't know.
That was what
man.
me and my best friend was saying when it first started.
What
Like,
could you
what is
trust?
this shit?
What could
What
you
can you
possibly?
do?
I
Like
don't know.
epidemiologists don't know what this is.
What,
Bioterrorism.
what, what do you
Like,
put your trust in? You put your trust in God.
That's all you
where-
can
That's all
do.
you can
That's
do.
all you can do.
And that's my
That's
thing.
all
with
you
even-
need to do.
That's the only
Amen.
reason why I think that a vaccine was able to come out like that. Because if you made this shit, you can recreate
Because you can't
anything.
cure something you don't know what
Oh,
it
for
is.
the
That's my
no,
problem. with my
I
phone.
will no.
You
I am
can-
gonna shut that shit down right now.
Why?
SARS, this vaccine, I hate that conspiracy theory bullshit, and I'm sorry to interject, but I have to. The whole reason why this vaccine came out so quickly, one, new technology. They went an entirely different route from how typical vaccines have always been done, which is one of the reasons why I'm not so positive about it, because it's a partial RNA vaccine.
But how
as-
many
hold
viruses have we had?
on. Because it's a partial RNA vaccine as opposed to the typical dead virus, decreased virus, all that kind of stuff. Two, it is based wholly on the research that came out of Oxford for the SARS-CoV-1 vaccine.
Mhm.
That is why they were able to do this so quickly and so rapidly, because those guys already had the vaccine done for SARS before it got put on the shelf.
So let me ask you this.
So this was rapidly sequenced and done in June. Within 24 hours, the entire global community had the gene sequence to start putting through building out the vaccine.
If we have a vaccine based on SARS-CoV-1, and we already talked about Kanye in 2004, cover your mouth up like you got SARS, right?
Mhm.
They can come out with a vaccine based on that research. Why they can't come out with a cure? I'll wait.
So you understand that there's a difference between a vaccination for a virus which mutates constantly.
So like the flu, which
Right.
we always get wrong every year.
They're
Right.
not.
We have missed
Well,
every year
so, but-
since the pandemic.
but so
we
why?
also have a
But so why?
vaccine because it mutates, correct?
They're not.
Am I
Okay,
correct?
but-
so does HIV.
No, but look.
I'm not done.
No,
I'm not
HIV is pretty
done.
stable.
No, it's not. There's 2 versions of HIV.
Correct.
Correct. So where with all the 40 years of research and all of that, where's the vaccine for that?
Well, now we're getting into there's no money in a cure, there's money in treatment.
Okay, well then
Well,
there it is. There it
they're
is.
not
So,
going.
conspiracy theory my ass.
That's
It
right.
is
They're
what the
not
fuck it
gonna give
is.
you the cure when they can make
Make
all this money
money.
acting like they
Exactly.
looking for a
That's
cure.
why
So-
you
but
should
the
buy
thing with-
stock
but the
in
thing
the
with the
vaccine.
flu,
Death
though,
is a business.
the thing with
'Cause
the
my
flu
vaccine-
Okay.
is you've got a bunch of people that get together, like this time last year, a bunch of people got together and said, hey, we think it's going to, out of the 4 main influenza strains, we think it's going to be A and B, go make that. And so that, because you have to fact, and this is why, like, the
Based
general
on
public,
a year before, not the current year coming up.
well, yeah,
It's never. I mean, they're
they
predicting.
can't. I mean, there
Right.
are practical
But
considerations.
they've also been 50 to 60% wrong.
yeah,
every year.
It's typically a 60% accuracy
That's
rate.
why people don't take the flu vaccine anymore,
True.
regardless of if it mutates or not. For what? This ain't the flu. Number one.
No, it isn't. It's a lot
not.
worse.
And I don't give a damn about what new technology they got. You're not fucking with my RNA.
Oh, well, so that, and
You're
that's
not.
why I said that's why I'm skeptical about it.
Absolutely not. It's not because that's how it mutates, but that's how
Playing
HIV
around.
mutates.
Because
as
What's
well.
the
when they
game,
shrank
though?
it, when
The
they
kid
shrank
is
down
up.
the testing window, that's what got me nervous. Because so normally they want at least 90 days worth of testing results and a minimum, because usually it's like they want 6 months to
Absolutely.
track side effects and that kind of stuff.
And there's no animal trial.
They went down to
trials.
60 days for
And
this.
there's limited testing. There's no animal trials.
And this is what scares me for
And
you
the
guys.
virus is a zoonotic. It means it originates
Give it to
in
me.
animals. Why wouldn't you test it in
This
animals?
is what scares me for you guys, because who's getting told they're getting it first?
African
Frontline workers,
Americans.
no, frontline workers, healthcare, military.
You better eat some
So
soup, bitch.
God forbid something goes wrong and those side effects shows up.
Some
Who are we-
watermelon
And then
who are
we
we
all
slices.
say-
taking out?
Well,
Healthcare
then we all
workers,
say-
frontline, military.
and black people.
Well, I'm not considered a front line. Thank God.
Why aren't
Why aren't
you?
you?
I'm sorry.
No, because I don't work directly unless I take. They haven't called me about the assignment. We'll talk about that.
Wait, what?
No,
Wait.
because I don't work directly with COVID patients.
No.
My patients are oncologist patients.
But if you're in healthcare, that's a front
no,
line
it's
work-
not.
What?
No, it's
if
not.
you're essential,
No,
you're-
it's not.
No,
I'm
you know
sorry?
what?
It's
Somebody
not.
else told me that because
It's not.
they're a dentist and he
He's
was
not
like,
a frontline
he's not a
worker.
frontline
He
worker
is.
No, he's not.
because he didn't get the North Face discount.
No,
He
no,
has
wait,
to-
no, wait
oh,
a minute.
wait a minute, wait.
He
No,
What?
you should have got that.
Not
I
yet.
got
I'm
that.
sorry.
did.
What North Face discount are
You
you
didn't
talking
know
about?
Oh, girl, you're
What?
getting 50%
I've been using
All
that
y'all
since
been
March.
talking about all day is candles and North Face. I'm sick of all of y'all.
You didn't know that was
I know. Don't nobody tell me nothing.
No, but I'll explain why you're not up front. Because if you're not working directly with COVID-19 patients, like in the ICU or in the COVID on the dirty side of the hospital,
Yeah.
if your patients are not diagnosed
But
with
that-
COVID, or even ER frontline workers as well, ER workers.
yeah.
But if you're just dealing with regular
I work in
patient care,
psych, but here's the thing: there's no longer a COVID unit. Okay, the COVID patients is gonna be sprinkled everywhere.
Well, that's retarded.
that's the
don't-
thing is, if
We
you,
don't
if
have
you
no
don't-
negative pressure
But the
rooms.
thing is,
Zombies.
when you know they have it, they're transferred though. You don't deal with them.
Yes, I do.
When you know they have COVID diagnosed, they're still in
What I
your-
just say, I had a 10 patient outbreak on a psych ward.
so they were still for you to deal with.
Who doing the
Yes!
over
Well,
there?
you're not supposed to be doing that.
Who doing
I'm
You're not,
front
you're
line-
not supposed to
I
be
need
doing
my
that.
give me my
You're supposed
money.
to be getting.
Where's
no,
my
you ain't supposed-
stimulus
yeah,
check?
You ain't supposed to be doing that.
They're not
Because if
doing
we
those
know
anymore.
my
apparently.
patients-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You better pay student
I need my
loans
stimulus check.
or something. Cause somebody listen, somebody lying.
That's honestly, that's the best argument that I've seen so far, is that if you want to have all these hypothetical conversations about canceling student debt,
Please
start
cancel
with the
that.
nurses.
Oh, please,
For the
please,
physicians.
please.
The
I'm
physicians
dying
y'all
here.
got too much
Play it.
money.
I'm broke.
Y'all got too much money to cancel. Start with us. Yeah.
Mhm.
Y'all got a lot of money. Y'all what? How much y'all owe? Like about 250.
210. And I don't even have it. I don't make that yet. I need my shit canceled.
But say here's the thing.
I need it canceled.
No,
That's all I
y'all
need.
not gonna get it canceled, and I'm gonna tell you
Half
why.
off. 50%.
I'm gonna tell you why.
The double check
Hey,
discount.
Jesus Christ.
Optimus Prime. Bumblebee.
I keep waiting for Autobots transform.
because the crazy part is the government wants their money. They're never gonna. Because do you know if you die and you have a life insurance policy and you owe student loans,
I'm sorry.
What?
No.
No.
they will not pay that policy out.
What?
That's a fact. I know that happened to somebody. No, seriously, they would not give that money.
So
'cause
wait,
it's
do you
owed
have
to the
to
government.
be current?
What?
What are you
Or-
Now I
talking
would have to
about?
get more information. I don't know if he was in default
Okay.
or if he just.
So
but
if
they
if-
took that little money.
Oh
What?
no.
And
What?
they gonna get there.
Wait, if you've been paying on
See,
time,
that's the
though.
part I don't know. And that's the part I don't know, but I
Yeah,
do
he
know
probably
they
was in
took it.
default.
He was
But even at default, though, damn, he dead. Leave it alone. Sheesh. Golly.
Shout out to all the snuggle bums.
Good Lord.
It's getting cold outside right now.
Goodness. Homosexuals is what they call it,
homosexual. No, but you know what? The smartest thing to do if for anybody, I just will say this. This is just my little financial secret.
Work at the VA.
Put your shit in a trust.
Work at the VA.
Can't
Oh.
nobody
I
touch
agree.
yours.
I agree.
I don't care if you about to get married or
agree.
not. You don't gotta do all that, honey. Put it in trust. Put it in trust like Bobby Brown's little babies had trust funds. You get it at a little sprinkle at 21.
You
little
can put your
sprinkle at
money wherever
25.
you want to. I'll find
Guess
your
what?
money.
When you die, you own student loans. Guess who can't touch this? You can't touch this. Doom, doo, doo, doo. Doom, doo. Can't touch
I
this.
have to look into
Doom,
that.
doo,
I ain't got no money right
doo.
now.
I got a
but,
couple of lawyers if you need them. They can set up a trust. Now, a trust is not cheap. It's gonna run you about $2,500, $3,000 to set it up. But you got all your affairs in order.
Excuse me?
Put that bad boy in there. Can't nobody ever touch it. And you can add as you go.
Well,
And
and be smart and make sure
protection.
you make it a revocable trust and not an irrevocable trust.
Okay, I don't see now. I don't know
Mhm.
all that. now.
See,
Well,
I'm-
because if you make it an irrevocable trust, you can't make any changes to it,
Mm.
and life changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
That's
see.
smart though.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's the smartest thing to do, So then after you die and you have a house and you have property, or you might have property, you might have bills that are owed, they can never come after you or your family. It's done
Okay.
with you in the grave,
Wow.
buried.
But that's how it should be. I'm
It
dead.
should be, yeah.
But
And
it's not. But it's not all
Yeah,
the
you
time.
would think your debt should die with you.
Yeah, it should.
Absolutely.
It really should.
But remember last time, Bobo, I think all of us were on the show and we were talking about, was it Chadwick? No, Kobe. Kobe had just died.
Rest his
Mhm.
soul.
And then we were like, Corona. So we were like, damn, we all need to really. My brother called me and I hadn't talked to him in a while. And he's my younger brother. He was like, man, this is really serious. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, why am I seeing all these doctors and nurses talking about getting their wills set up? And I was like, yeah, we could die.
Because when you sign up for healthcare, you never thought you would go through.
I
something
never
like
It's been a
thought
big,
Life
that.
is so
big
precious.
thing with
I never
teachers
thought
that I know,
I've heard. Yeah.
You know
Teachers too.
what? To be honest, when I
which is super sad.
in March, I was doing a lot of telemedicine because that's when I think after our show, Bobo got Corona.
That's when it was at the
She
worst.
got
I'm not even gonna
corona.
say that's when it was at the worst. I'm gonna
November.
say that's when we had.
I was
No,
yeah, we've
Just
we're
say
past it now.
April.
we're
Yeah.
at the worst now. The thing is, we just didn't. That's why we're not going back to a foreclosure. First of all, the state can't afford that.
Well,
No.
pause. New York has just stopped their elective procedures.
No.
Yes, they have.
I know you
Really?
lying.
Nope, they didn't.
Did they?
Yes, they did. And as of
Well,
today,
in Beaumont locked down no
Mm.
visitors.
No
2 weeks
visitors,
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they doing that, but
That's
for
okay.
Michigan to go back to no elective procedures.
We
I
follow in
don't
New York.
See it. I
we
can't.
follow New York.
I don't see it.
Como A, they no more
Wow.
surgeries right now. That's when it's getting bad.
Did-
Yes,
Did,
That's when
We
it's a
can't afford-
problem.
hospitals
Did
gonna
Flo-
go bankrupt.
did Florida do that?
They're
yet?
gonna go
'Cause
bankrupt.
Well, but
Florida
so-
ain't closed yet. They
Oh,
gangster.
Florida hasn't done
They
shit yet.
crazy as hell. Down
But so,
They ain't doing
but
shit.
there's so
They
there's
said
the
we doing this
issue.
no more.
You even got one of the man down there.
And that's
Doing
probably
this
a
no
whole
more.
different
Just die.
conversation. That's the
Basically.
problem with the medical industry right now.
What's that?
Is it's not about healthcare.
It can't
Oh,
be.
no, it's
It's
about
a
money.
business.
What?
Everything
No,
is
it's a
for
business.
profit.
Oh,
So
duh.
and that's part of the issue is so no, it's not profitable for
Say it, I've
hospitals to have
said death
empty
is a
beds laying
business.
I
around.
remember-
I don't think it's about that. I honestly don't. I think in the beginning we didn't know what this was.
We didn't.
So the hospitals lost 85% of their income. when in the beginning.
And they
So we
laid
can't really-
off
they laid
nurses.
off.
How do
Could
you
you
lay off
imagine?
I told you,
nurses in a pandemic?
Because they can't pay them.
So you what? The doctor gonna go on the road? Hell
They
no.
laid off physicians. They laid
Physicians ain't even going
laid
in the
them off
rooms.
too.
What?
Yes, I know people that went
DMC.
from $20,000 every 2 weeks to unemployment.
Wow.
That's what we cannot get back there.
Listen,
we can't.
listen. DMC.
Like seriously.
At the Detroit Medical Center laid off 40% of their nurses.
I know.
Who the
I know.
hell is gonna take care of these patients?
Beaumont laid off 2,500 people and eliminated
I was at
700 positions.
I was at Beaumont. My
Nurses
my
had to go back
nurse.
to the floor.
I was at Beaumont. My nurse came in my room with a full astronaut suit on. She had the helmet and everything.
Isn't that what I said? I was like, y'all, I'm
Outer
not doing
space.
this unless you give me a
Yeah.
whole. I wanted the pepper. I'm not a pepper. It
Luckily,
looks like
that's
an
not,
astronaut.
luckily that
Hey.
PPE is not a problem anymore. Luckily.
I'm sorry.
I'm good.
Not at my
No,
place.
you know what?
I still
It's
ain't
not
got
my
an
place.
N95.
Oh, I don't know what you doing.
I ain't got an N95.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
what
They
you're doing
still
over there.
reusing.
And my
Yeah.
woman
No,
nursed
no,
me
no,
back to
no
health.
problem with that.
What up,
Detroit.
Chrissy? Nursing me
see
back
me.
to health.
Yeah.
Come see me.
Yes, shout out to the family members that are at the bedside.
Yeah.
That are cooking
Yeah.
and cleaning.
Chrissy.
And when you are discharged, God forbid, I hope you go home. If you do go in and you're on a vent, like he was almost on a ventilator, he wasn't, but not 85% of people who go onto a ventilator do not make it off, and that's unfortunate.
It's so hard to
And
leave off the ventilator.
in the beginning, they were putting everybody on a ventilator.
When I was at Sinai,
I had a
when I
ventilator. I
was
had
at the
to-
hospital, I was
I
putting
had to
people.
do
I'm
that.
not even an emergency room physician. I know how to incubate people because I've trained in emergency room.
Intubate.
I'm about to. Don't do that. Either way, yeah, 'cause that's not my scope. So I'm in there like,
Hell
can you
on
help
your
me?
ass.
You know, it was like they was doing it for
It's
everybody.
scary.
I
Right.
was so scared.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I
you
don't
said
wanna
the
go-
code was going off like this
Every 2 minutes. Like I would have
No.
not
But she
believed
was at
some.
Sinai.
You know it's something different. over there,
Not
baby.
Sinai.
Ooh.
Sinai had the freezer trucks.
Man, that was
Detroit
bodies.
Memorial.
They lost bodies
Yes.
at Sinai.
Literally, still ain't found them.
What?
What?
So you know El Paso, what is it? The main hospital there currently has 16 portable morgues outside of it.
We can't get back to that.
Wow.
I
I don't know. I think I might.
I have no words for
You
shit
should.
like
I'm about ready to at this one.
I have no
Because if
words.
you're gonna work in it, you
That's
might as
why I
well
said I
make
might
the
as well
money.
make the
Yes,
money.
No, but
absolutely.
at the end of the
We
day,
don't- we've been COVID free since
who is
July-
COVID free?
my job.
Don't leave.
Nobody's had it.
We've been nobody.
Don't let nobody
We've
in.
been COVID free.
Don't let nobody out.
Are they
July.
having visitors?
No,
But here's the thing.
no visitors. We
We
tested twice a
tired.
week.
Okay. well, y'all
Healthcare,
good.
where I am tired.
Yeah.
I am mentally, physically,
But
emotionally. I don't want to hear shit. Don't come in my DM asking me for shit. Okay? Book an appointment or watch the old podcast where we broke down the vitamins you're supposed to take. Listen, stop asking me for shit. I'm
Mhm.
tired. You got me spitting shit. I'm mad.
Yeah, I hate when people ask me about COVID.
Don't ask me. We've been talking about COVID since November.
I'm tired of COVID.
December.
Okay.
And
I'm
we're
tired of it.
tired. It's constant COVID. Okay, I'm ducking and dodging. I'm trying to keep my
COVID
kids
can't
good.
have 2021.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
how about this? How about this? The schools in Novi, remember, we got to go back to schools. Why they open full time? Starting January 25th, full time. And guess what? My kids going to school.
Because whiny ass parents.
That's what
They
it is.
tired. They
You better
tired
put
these
some
people-
sea moss in your
Everybody
lunchbox.
cannot work from home. You
Need
are
some
messing
sea
with people's
moss.
livelihood
Yeah.
when you
So
do
then
this.
we have part two. Healthcare industry broken.
Yeah.
When did school become daycare?
It's not about that.
It's not no daycare.
It's not about that. It's just people planning
I'm
their
sorry?
life. It's not about it being a daycare. It's about people planning their life around it when their kids get a certain age.
So-
Let me tell you.
I don't think it's daycare, but it's just
right now.
With us, we have no support. Okay, so if
It's
you
easy
don't
for
have
the
your
single
mother
parent.
or the father, if you're a single parent, right? You work in healthcare. So we are trying not to bring it home to our kids,
Mhm.
right? But at the same time, kids don't go to school.
Mhm.
But your children are young. Not that it's daycare. Daycares aren't taking any kids.
No,
There
no, no.
ain't no
I guess
daycare open.
let me
And we
take a
don't
step
have
back and
the
rephrase.
support.
Too many parents, especially the ones that are very vocal about this, at least out where I live in my school district,
I see what he's saying.
view it as daycare.
Yeah, I know what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
They view
But-
it. They don't view it because these are stay at home. They're the wine moms
Yeah,
in
I
the
know,
suburbs
man. Yeah.
that
Oh,
just
okay.
They
can't
just don't
handle
want
their
to be
shit.
bothered with
Yeah.
the kids all day.
That's-
yeah,
yeah.
I know what he mean, but
Yeah, 'cause
CNN
my son,
just
I
said-
can't watch him all the time on the Zoom, and
On the Zoom.
I can't. He
Oh,
on
while he's
Zoom,
at
I'm so
school.
sick of Zoom
yeah,
this.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
And they also CNN just texted me saying the 911 emergency call system is at its breaking point as COVID cases, deaths, and hospitalizations are breaking records. This is nearly every day.
it's flu season too. We got to keep that in mind.
Excuse
Right.
me, wait a minute. Pause. How many flu cases have you seen this
Did
year?
you
You're
get your
not
flu
gonna
shot?
hear any. You're not gonna hear none.
did you get your flu shot, V?
Well, yeah, because nobody
Get no damn flu.
nobody gets regular sick
No,
anymore.
no, you're not gonna have the flu.
You're not gonna
Did
give me that
you-
shot, man.
Flu shot?
Absolutely.
You got the flu shot?
Not gonna do
Look,
it.
She did.
she got her flu shot.
Go ahead and get your DNA effed up. They gonna
I got
scramble
the
your
flu
shit.
shot because
gonna
I
turn
work
into
for a
Mr. Trump.
hospital.
See, I'm more worried about
Listen,
that with
I
the
can't-
COVID vaccine than I am a flu vaccine.
Me too. I've been getting it
I'm
for
not
5
doing it.
years.
I got my flu shot.
Look,
Too many
listen,
people
all
out
I
here
gotta do
eating
is-
ass, but not getting the flu shot.
Wait, she was supposed to talk about you. Supposed to talk about
Now the COVID, because this is how I look.
herpes,
This is how I look at it with the flu shot. I feel like when we enter the medical,
Eating ass.
when we enter the medical field, you know you have to take the flu shot.
Yeah.
You know that. It's like, so why even get into it if you don't want to
So,
agree
you-
with
No,
it?
you
do
don't
you-
have
That's
to
what
do
I
nothing.
feel.
You don't
Yes,
have
you
to do
do.
nothing.
It's part of you working
No,
for
you
these
don't.
people.
Yeah.
I
It
didn't take
is.
I didn't take it.
But you can try to get your way around it, of
No,
course.
there are
But-
contraindications that people are not talking about. When you leave, and I'm sure your doctor told you this,
So
when you leave the hospital, they tell you and you had COVID, guess what they say? You don't need a flu shot this year. Why you think that is? Ooh.
Here she go.
Because you are immune. Starscream, Megatron,
And now,
Autobots.
here's the thing. When we test you now, when we do the swab, guess what we tested for? The flu,
Yeah, right.
RSV, and COVID, all three.
Really?
Oh, wow. And nobody is testing positive for the flu.
Why wouldn't
I ain't seen one.
I know you have.
I have
Wow.
You're not.
Wow.
My one
Why
of
is
the
that?
nurses I work
Why is
with
that?
is 75 years old. Her husband works at McLaren. He is CEO over the ICU in
Mhm.
pulmonology. So you know this is his thing.
Wait a minute, pause. Them
So-
bad boys got, wait a minute. How many doctors came in your room when you had COVID?
Ooh, 36.
No. Did you have an iPad? Did they
Uh,
come inside of your room?
yeah,
Or
a couple
they
of them
did.
did. A couple
Okay,
of them
okay,
did.
good. But most,
I had them
in
laughing and
Pontiac?
shit.
they have binoculars, honey.
Binoculars.
Oh, no, they're not going in no rooms.
Fuck that. No.
They're
Now,
not
see,
going
that I
in
didn't
the
know.
room.
No.
I have an iPad to contact my COVID patients. I don't go in no rooms.
Mm.
That's the nurse's job.
Oh hell no. Fuck that.
It is though.
Y'all go.
Sorry.
I'm saying you better do your assessment, boo. Y'all got the bonus. Didn't you get a bonus?
Not at the
Yes, she
hospital.
did.
Not at the hospital.
Oh, mine did.
Not at the hospital.
Y'all got no little
I got a bonus at the-
5,000. Y'all got a 5,000 bonus, didn't ya?
Oh, no.
Do the work, boo.
At the
Well, you
hospital.
a work.
Damn, you ain't got yours yet. You ain't gonna get your damn check.
Because you know,
Get us
Ascension is paying like $8,000 a week.
a week, honey.
They paying
A
what?
week.
7 days a week. Hoes in this house.
And you gonna
Hoes.
work with it anyway.
I about
If you gonna work with it
$8,000
anyway,
a
you
week.
Peace out, y'all.
well.
I'm out of here.
Don't even unplug the house. Headphones. Peace out, y'all.
You say paying what? I want you.
Okay, so I'm wrapping it up. We only got 10 more minutes. 9 more minutes now.
Right.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Y'all done
You said I gotta go on what?
sweated out my
Ascension?
perm.
Wait
I
a
don't know, I
minute.
think I sent it to
That's
Pete. Let me
not
see
a
if I
perm.
got it.
Where
Girl,
is it?
'cause- yeah.
Megatron.
I ain't gotta-
And you ain't gotta go out of
I
town.
know this if I gotta go to town.
That's what I'm saying. Might as
Yeah.
well.
Optimus
Because this is a
Prime.
once in a lifetime opportunity
Okay.
too.
Okay.
So I encourage all registered nurses to get this money.
Get your money, boo.
Hey, why not?
If you gonna do it, then you better do it all the
Absolutely.
way. Because a COVID patient gonna roll up in there, you might not know. 'Cause
So
guess
you
what?
better off knowing the
You ain't
patient is
swab 'em.
diagnosed,
Yeah,
right?
no.
And
baby,
listen,
they
they-
first they can swap at the door.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? I'm telling you, my unit is a psych unit, correct? It's called COVID psych. It goes to the brain. You know that little sense of taste and smell?
Uh-huh.
What cranial
Uh-huh.
nerve is that, boo boo? That's in your
And that's
brain.
what we said. And we're worried about the after effect of the COVID more than the actual COVID. at
people
this
having
point.
strokes now.
Strokes, embolisms.
Thyroiditis.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of my cancer patients.
They're
are-
not coming back. You ain't bouncing back from
and you're
this.
not.
Really?
The
No.
damage
That's the
that is
scary
done
part.
to your lungs is like putting holes in your lungs.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like it's irreversible. Okay, so if they don't catch it in time and start time is everything. Just like with a heart attack, time is heart is muscle.
Seriously?
Wait, what?
I mean, yeah, like my taste part came back maybe like 65%. I can't taste like, or if I taste something, it tastes weird to me.
Yeah,
I used to love cherry Pepsi, and I can't even drink it now because it tastes like
hell no.
it tastes like
you got that Rona?
flowers.
Do
No,
you have that
When the
Rona?
last time you been tested?
Today. I got tested
Okay,
today.
okay.
I get tested twice a week.
A rapid or send out?
No, send out.
Okay, because there's a difference
I
too.
know.
In the
That rapid
test.
shit don't work. That shit.
Hell no.
Thank you.
It's a joke.
It's
Thank
a
you.
30% fail rate.
Yeah.
Right. It's a fucking joke.
Actually,
Better to
40%.
send it to the lab.
Yeah, but this was a great show. I
Yeah.
wish
know, I had fun
shout
today.
out to Dr. Christopher Asandra. He was supposed to join us today to talk about hormone replacement, but he's in the hospital, so we're gonna
well,
send
Hope it gets
him
better.
not with
Prayers.
corona.
Right.
Not with corona. He has to have
You
surgery.
have to say that.
Yeah, it's emergency surgery.
That's I said he got
Yeah,
COVID.
that's the first thing.
I said he got corona.
No, he had an appendicitis. So he's in a lot of pain. So
Damn.
he went
Mm.
this morning. I rolled over at 5 a.m. and I saw, and he's in California.
Right.
So they're 3 hours behind us. And he has it on his page. He's like, I am in a lot of pain. Doctors do get sick too.
Aw.
Right.
He's going into surgery. So he
And that's the
couldn't-
worst when the doctor can say, "How are you sick?" Now that is irritating.
Yeah. Shout out
When
to
laymen say that,
right. Shout out to I like to give a big
it's so irritating.
I like to give a big shout out to I like to give a shout out to
Girl.
I like to give a shout out to all the women who be like, I don't like this neighborhood. It's too much shooting going on. I'ma move. Bitch, that's
Now,
your son.
Now what's
That's
going
your
on?
son, bitch. Take him with you. Take him with
So
your
now where did
son.
that come from?
That's your son. It came from Optimus Prime. Megatron. Autobots.
shit.
Why
Transform.
can you talk about
I'm sick of shit.
wait, what was
I
it?
don't give a fuck.
Remember the first joke we heard from Bobo? Bobo was talking about what was
Every
talking-
nurse.
No, not
Oh.
ebony nurses. He was talking about shuffling.
Oh, when your woman let out that poop.
Oh wow.
You know.
How
don't
long?
like that. Remember I talked about that last time
This bitch
about
an alien.
putting in their sleep. I don't like that.
I don't
I
either.
don't like
A
that.
flying saucer flew out of her ass.
You have to control that.
She pulled it sound like she was shuffling some cards.
That irritates me.
All of her.
With the four kings.
There's a ghost in your ass.
king of spades.
A ghost hiding in your ass.
I don't like that. You should be able to control
Don't
your
fuck with
fart.
me.
I'm sorry.
I think so too.
Wait, what about
Don't
the
fart in your
Brookman?
sleep.
I'm
The sweater.
Hey, well, he was like, "How I get off of
Big
this?"
James
thing?
Earl
Fuck y'all.
Jones sweater.
Who said that?
He did.
Because-
I said,
I get
fuck
off of
you,
this
nigga.
thing.
Didn't I tell his ass? Alpha male his ass. Fuck you, nigga. I'm here trying to belittle somebody. Man, we came to have fun. We don't
I
even,
didn't know that.
we don't even give a
You
fuck
didn't
about.
watch that show?
Yeah, we don't even give a fuck about
Not
the views.
whole thing. I
nigga.
didn't
We
see him go off.
give a fuck about no.
Oh my
Oh, you gotta watch
god!
that. That's
He
so
said
funny.
our show was fucking boring.
He said, you have absolutely nothing to ask me.
You
He's
wasn't
like,
prepared
he said,
for me.
bring it. I was like, I said I wasn't ready.
You wasn't prepared for me.
His petty ass.
He made the show funny.
He
He
was
did. It
very
was
funny.
I had a good ass time. I didn't know I was gonna come
But
in
he was
and go
ignorant.
like that.
That was some ignorant ass
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's all good.
But listen, next week I'll see y'all back.
Hell yeah.
We'll have
Yes.
Nurse Alice
Um,
Benjamin.
I
She's
thought
from.
Wait, is
Who is
it
that?
next week or the following?
It's next week.
Next week.
Friday. What is next Friday?
I'm gonna bring my
Yeah,
woman
I'm
in here next week.
Okay.
She
Well, I
out
see
there.
it say
She
Nurse
out there in the
Alice.
hallway. She couldn't come in. She's
Is it
funny as
true?
hell.
Because we only have four.
Right, right. We know- we know the
We'll
game.
have a mic.
We know the
mic for
game,
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
So,
love.
All right. I appreciate you guys.
Shout out to all the ebony nurses and all the nurses out there helping everybody out there in this healthcare game. Don't get it twisted. We having fun tonight, but we appreciate everything that the nurses do all
Absolutely.
over the world.
And
Yes,
the
thank
physicians, all
you.
of the healthcare workers. I don't care if you clean.
I don't care if you
Cook
in
for us.
housekeeping.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you do. If you are in the
right.
hospital, we need
If you are in the nursing home.
If you are in the
Absolutely.
grocery
I don't care what
store.
you do. It's
We
all
appreciate
the
y'all
absolutely.
for real.
Absolutely.
Don't
Absolutely.
forget about us.
Thank
nursing home.
you so much for everything that you do. Good night.
And thanks to the engineer too. Peace.
Yes.